Hello, buddy. It's that college football guy here. Another video. Hey, we had a fun day here at the house yesterday. Had um, basically an electrical contractor supposed to come in because we apparently during the remodel, the new place, this place we moved into, apparently it didn't pass inspection, or that inspection wasn't performed, but somehow they went and did it anyway. So they had to come in and do the electrical work on it, and basically all it was waiting for the inspector to come look at the panel. He had pre-approved all the wiring work, but he did not sign. I don't. All I know is this: I got asked to leave for a little bit. He sat in there with 20 minutes with the guy from the complex. There came in, looked at it, and said, "Okay, you're good." We had to wait 2.5 hours for him to show up. Had other things. It was fun yesterday. That and finding out that even though Monday is Memorial Day, I'm going to be leaving out tomorrow because I got to run up in New Jersey. That's almost 900 miles. Actually, if you count from where I live, if you have to go the route that I got to go to my company's yard, to the drop yard where the trailer is, to actually where it gets delivered to, is about 950 miles. So I got to leave tomorrow, so I have a full day's travel time to get up close to there. And they want us to stop in one certain place before we go into Jersey to spend the night, since it's a secure facility. So it makes the day all that much more fun. But you didn't come here to talk about that or hear about that, did you? It's time for another scheduled preview. We're talking about South Carolina, a team that surprised my Tennessee Falls and beat the brakes off them last year. Had a remarkable season. I mean, South Carolina, Shane Beamer, they have outperformed expectations 2 years in a row. Can they do it again? We're going to go through that with the schedule preview. But first and foremost, let's see if we can get the little bit of the housekeeping out the way. So everyone, please do me a favor, smash the like button, hit the thumbs up. It helps with the algorithm, helps me to be seen by more people. Comment on the video. Let me know what you think of South Carolina. Do you think they got a shot at improving over their 8-5 record from last season? Do you think they're going to do better, do the same, do worse? Let me know your thoughts on that down in the comments. And please subscribe to the channel. Almost at 400 subscribers, slowly but surely on that crawl up to 1,000. And if you're subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit the notifications bell. It'll let you know when I post a video. I try to do one every single day. Now, schedule preview, not schedule prediction, schedule preview. Basically what it's going to be is this. We're going to go through the non-conference games from last season and this season. We're going to decide which one's better. And then we're going to go through the entire last season schedule and this season's schedule. We're going to decide which one's better. Now, last season's non-cons. They had 4 because SEC had 8 conference games. This is the last year of the 8 conference games. So they're going to go to the 3-6-6 scheduling format. And I'll be doing another video about all this realignment talk, folks. Here's a little thought there. Who said they have to invite an even number of teams? Because remember, there'll be no more divisions anymore. Who said that? Because an odd number, actually, in certain instances, would work better, scheduling-wise, which is kind of what this is being based around, money and scheduling to make things a little bit easier and more streamlined, which is what the television partners apparently want. Well, that's neither here nor there. Right now, the non-conference comparison. We'll compare the 4 non-cons from last season and this season. We're going to decide which one's tougher. And we're going to go through the whole season, last season, this season, decide which one's tougher. So, non-cons from last season. Home against Georgia State. Home against Charlotte. Home against South Carolina State. At Clemson. So, 1 Power 5, 2 Group of 5s, 1 FCS. The Power 5's on the road. This season's non-conference games. At North Carolina, to start the season. Home against Furman. Home against Jacksonville State. And home against Clemson. 2 Power 5s. 1 Group of 5, 1 FCS. Because Jacksonville State, I believe, goes up to Conference USA this year. I don't know if it's next year or not, so maybe 2 FCS. But either way, even if it isn't, and they are FCS, got my elbow on something here right here, and it hurts a little bit. I got to say this year's non-conference is tougher simply for the fact that you got 2 Power 5 opponents start the season on the road. So, but you'll let me know what you think. No, what do you think about this down in the comments. Now, full schedule review from last season. All right. Home against Georgia State, they won 35-14. At Arkansas, started SEC play in week 2, lost 45-30. Not too good. Faced Georgia, got obliterated 48-7 at home. Charlotte at home came back and won 56-20, so that puts them at 2-2. Home against South Carolina State, won 50-10. At Kentucky, won 24-14. So now you're 4-2 going into the bye week. They had 6 before and they got 6 after. Home against Texas A&M, won 30-24. Home against Missouri, lost 23-10, which was a surprise. At Vandy, won 38-27. At Florida, lost 38-6. So at that point, right there, they are 6-4. And then South Carolina had the two, I will say, probably two of the biggest wins they've had back to back ever in their history, facing 2 top 5 teams at the point, or top 10 teams, and faced Tennessee at home and beat them up 63-38, and then beat Clemson 31-3. Beat Clemson, beats Tennessee back-to-back weeks. So they go into the Gator Bowl against Notre Dame and lose 48-38 to finish the season at 8-5. Now, this season schedule: at North Carolina, home against Furman, at Georgia, home against Mississippi State, at Tennessee, then they get the bye, home against Florida, at Missouri, at Texas A&M, and then they finish with 4 consecutive road games: home against Jacksonville State, home against Vandy, home against Kentucky, home against Clemson. So they have their toughest part of the early year, and the last 4 games are at home, which I think is going to help them. But which schedule's tougher? Well, normally I would say, like we did before, previous one, saying 5 previous common opponents. Who did they play on the road? Last season's road opponents: Arkansas, Kentucky, Vanderbilt, Florida, Clemson. This season's road opponents: North Carolina, Georgia, Tennessee, Missouri, and Texas A&M. I gotta say this season's tougher. I mean, that you got North Carolina on the road. You have a Furman game sandwiched between North Carolina and Georgia on the road. You play Mississippi State, then you go at Tennessee. You get the bye. You get Florida at home, who beat the brakes off of you on the road last year. You come back and face Missouri, who you beat. They're gonna be looking for revenge, because you're gonna face them on the road. I mean, I personally, I look at this. I think that the non-conference games from last season are tougher, or this season's non-cons are tougher, and the entire schedule from this season is tougher than last year's. But you can let me know your thoughts down in the comments. So thanks everybody for watching the video. As always, hit the thumbs up on the video, comment, tell me what you think about this, subscribe to the channel. Thanks everybody for watching. Yeah, I'll be doing the video, probably be doing it in my truck before I leave the next one in the morning, because, excuse me, I'm going to have to turn and burn, because I'm still, pan not tapping, but planning out the route where I got to take to make sure I have enough leeway time, because normally I would know exactly how I got to drive on Monday. But with being Memorial Day, I got to plan on more people and more stupidity. So I got to adjust my route accordingly. So thanks everybody for watching the video. Hope everybody is having a great Saturday, and hopefully you're not getting into any accidents. Stayed around in town, so I didn't really see any. Hopefully everything is safe around where you're at. So thanks everybody for watching. Be safe out there, and please be good to each other.